Welcome back to Sacramento, California. Bob Papa along with Teddy Atlas. Friday night fights on the Deuce, presented by Budweiser. Benito Sanchez taking on Ernesto Castaneda in a 6-round junior welterweight bout.
Give it your best effort.
Sanchez is 26 years of age. He is from Westminster, California, born in Mexico, with a record of 4-1 and 1 knockout. Castaneda is 18 years of age, out of North Highland, California. In his first year as a professional, he is 2-0 with 2 knockouts, both knockouts coming in the first round. So Teddy here is a young man who had some success in the state of California in the amateur game, and now embarking upon a professional career. He turned pro in August of this year, and he has 2 knockout wins. I guess the interesting part about Castaneda is the fact that he turned pro in August and had 2 first-round knockouts, and he has not fought since.
Oh, he's a fast starter. If those knockouts would lend you to think that, but probably has something to do with the opposition. Tonight, he's got a real crowd please in front of him. Guy that doesn't have the amateur background that Castaneda has, but he's a real tough guy that comes to fight.
Davey Nelson is the referee again. If you just tuned in, Raul Franco, a 3rd-round knockout of Humberto Rodriguez. And in the main event tonight, Diego Corrales and Gary St. Clair in an IBF junior lightweight eliminator bout. The winner gets the #1 ranking in the IBF.
Castaneda is a real good amateur. Was a terrific amateur. Comes from good bloodlines, like they like to say, the old-timers like to say in boxing. He's the youngest of 2 brothers that are fighting. And his father was a real good pro who fought several world champions from this area, the Sacramento area. And in the family, the fighting.
Castaneda with a slight height advantage against Sanchez.
The book on Castaneda is he's got real good boxing skills, as a lot of real established amateurs will have, but he likes to punch a little too much. He's young. He's 18 years old. He gets hit on the chops. He might learn to use the boxing skills a little more. That's the only knock on him. He wants to be a big banger.
The left hand by Castaneda, and then he tries to follow it up with a right hand. Sanchez is coming off the first loss of his professional career, a 6th-round decision against Mark Suarez in Nevada back in October.
Both guys in there, close quarters, down low. Even the taller Castaneda, down low his head. You're going to get a headbutt in here if it goes too long. Scheduled for 6 rounds. One problem with Castaneda, why he hasn't landed that right hand, he throws it too round, too wide. There it is again. If it's straight, he's got a better chance to get there. I'm sure his father's going to tell him that. A lot of these big guys, these big punches, especially when they're young, they think the rounded ones are more effective. They're not. The straight ones, like that straight right hand Joe Louis used to throw. Gets there, you don't see it. Much more effective. Even if it's not as hard sometimes. Lands cleaner.
Castaneda much more accurate, obviously much busier here in this first round. And now Castaneda goes down.
Standing inside. He's the taller guy. Why are you standing inside with the shorter guy? 6. He might have to learn from this fight now. To box on the outside, use his height. That's exactly what people have been saying about him. He wants to be a puncher too much.
He has some blood coming from his nose.
How are you going to see him tested? You're going to see how he reacts. In his early career here now, first time he's been tested, I'm sure.
A right hand by Castaneda lands, but he goes down again from a left hand.
Bob, he's standing in front of the shorter guy, punching too much instead of using his height. And he's throwing wide punches. 7. And Sanchez threw his hook inside a wide right hand. You throw wide punches, there's always a chance this is going to happen to you.
Oh, Castaneda dominating round #1, but getting knocked down twice. Remember, there is no 3 knockdown rule in the state of California. That is beneficial. And there's the bell to end round #1. Fireworks for the undefeated Ernesto Castaneda.
No te abras tanto. No te abras tanto.
¿Para qué te pones a cambiar golpes?
No te abras tanto, no.
Con este puedes hacer faena. Toma, ya no lo mojes tanto. Toma,
Cuando te lastima, güey.
la goma se cayó.
Hablándolo, güey. La gente lo que diga.
Una cosa,
no te
vas a
metas.
hacer a tu distancia.
Okay, let's take a look at the 2 knockdowns delivered by Benito Sanchez.
Yeah, you're going to see here, first of all, Castaneda inside, the taller guy inside with the shorter guy, not using his height. Gets in there close there, and he gets caught with a left hook. Nice short left hook. Not a real hard punch, but he didn't see it. That's where it's effective. Here comes the second knockdown. Again, the left hook right on the tip of the chin. Didn't look like a devastating punch, but on the tip of the chin, short circuits you. Again, wide left hook hit him. He shouldn't be laying in front of the guy.
So we begin round number 2 in the scheduled 6-rounder. Ernesto Castaneda, the 18-year-old, 2-0 with 2 first-round knockouts, knocked down twice in round number 1 by Benito Sanchez.
A couple things come into question here. Castaneda's chin and his intelligence as far as fighting inside with the shorter guy.
Well, they just exchanging bombs, and Castaneda's down again.
It was his second punch, the right hand, and then the left hook again. That has been the real problem for him tonight. That's really been his enemy, getting hit with left hooks.
Want to go again?
Keep your right hand up.
Dave Nelson with the count. I think Castaneda's also learning that the guy in front of him can take a punch.
Yeah, he's a gutsy guy. He should stand on the outside. You can't knock everyone out. Sometimes you just got to win. You just got to box the guy. But again, the book on him was that he was more heart sometimes than brains. And he's showing that tonight. He might win anyway by digging down and just finding a way. But he's going to have to learn for the future if he does get by tonight.
But so far, despite the fact that Castaneda was bombing away at Sanchez in round number 1, Sanchez never backed down. And it's Castaneda who went down twice in round 1 and once here in round 2.
And the shorter Sanchez, again I'll say it, he's better suited for inside fighting. He's shorter. He doesn't have much of a chance on the outside. You can see with the jab there. His jab is too short. But the guy is fighting his fight. He might get him anyway. Castaneda might find a way. It's the wrong fight, though, for him. Sometimes you can win a fight doing it the wrong way. It's still wrong. You're giving the guy a chance that he really doesn't have to have. Physically, look at the difference here. Sanchez much shorter. Castaneda took it on the outside. Sanchez would have problems. Oh, we were told this would be a crowd-pleasing fight, and you know what? It sure is. There's those round right hands again by Castaneda. He's got to learn to throw them straight. This is the best round, obviously, for Castaneda. For one reason, he hasn't been on the floor.
Well, he was down early here in round number 2.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
But he has battled back.
Yeah, he's come back nicely.
So you could make the argument that you can make this a 10-9 round for Sanchez instead of a 10-8 round.
Yeah, you definitely could, or you possibly, depending on what happens here, we still got a little bit of time here, 10 seconds. If there's real dominating, it could be an even round.
Well, Ernesto Castaneda down 3 times in this bout as we come to the end of round 2.
This guy's going to get you low again. We'll get him disqualified.
Welcome back to Sacramento. Jesse Reed talking to Benito Sanchez. Early in round 2, he knocked down Ernesto Castaneda. He knocked him down twice in round 1, and Teddy, here it is early in round 2. Same problem.
When you're inside,
once again, left hooks. Got to keep that right hand up, and don't stand in front of the shorter guy swatting when you can be on the outside.
Now, Teddy, there was a low blow delivered by Benito Sanchez to Benito Sanchez right there, pretty close. Now, we went away to commercial, but there was still time in the round. Referee Davey Nelson called a stoppage, and Jesse Reed implored Sanchez, take as much time as you need.
You also told him in the corner, you got this fight won. Don't cough it up. Don't break down. Good boxing guy, that Jesse Reed. Orlando Canizales is trainer. He's been with a lot of guys. He's been around a long time. One of the real trainers in the business.
Well, let's see what Castaneda can do here in round number 3. And you see him use his jab, and right there he tagged Sanchez.
Castaneda has a mountain to climb here. He's got to start climbing right now.
Now in the last round, did you make it a 10-8 round for Sanchez or 10-9?
I wound up giving it a 10-9 round because I thought, except for the knockdown, that Castaneda carried the round, especially the later part of the round.
I agree with you there. Remember, Castaneda went down twice in round 1.
Either one of these guys come from the school of short punches. Referee gets too close, he's liable to get hit. Everything from left field. Referee must know he's staying a little distance there. A lot of body punching by the shorter guy. You want to see that. Sanchez has not been real consistent the last 2 rounds offensively, except for that knockdown early in the second round. Again, wide punches from Castaneda, misses. Tighten him up a little bit, better chance of landing. He should be throwing that uppercut more. He's got a short guy coming in. He should set him up for that uppercut.
Left hand by Sanchez scores. Now Castaneda just abandons his jab.
That's it. Let's box.
Sanchez 4-1, 1 knockout. That doesn't mean everything, but you wouldn't think he's a real huge puncher. It doesn't show me he's got brick in his gloves, but yet he keeps hurting Castaneda. You have to wonder, like I said earlier, about the chin of Castaneda. Little swelling under the left eye of Castaneda, as though he didn't have enough problems. He's fighting Sanchez's fight. There's no doubt about it. That's why he's behind. Shorter guy, he should be on the outside. You can see that jab gives Sanchez all kinds of problems. But there he goes back inside. Well, good round so far for Castaneda. He needs it. He has to start putting them away right now. He's only got 3 more after this. He's got to win them all.
6-round junior welterweight bout. Benito Sanchez knocking down Ernesto Castaneda twice in round 1, once in round 2. No knockdowns here in round number 3, and a better round for the 18-year-old Castaneda.
Body punch.
Welcome back to Cal State Sacramento. Friday night fights on the deuce, and a war going on between 18-year-old Ernesto Castaneda and 26-year-old Benito Sanchez. Castaneda down twice in round 1 and down once to start round number 2. Teddy, he really settled in round number 3 and did a much better job establishing things with his jab. But I think a question you have to be concerned about, not only about his chin, but the fact that he has not been able to hurt Sanchez.
Yeah, you do, but you still got some more rounds, and he started going to the body a little bit like that, and things can change when you start going to that body. Real quick. He's got enough rounds. He does. He's starting to use that uppercut with the shorter guy who's coming in leaning forward. It's a good choice of a punch. At least I think so. Good body work there. You know, sooner or later, a young fighter's going to be tested. Usually it's not this soon. It's usually later. He's been tested down twice tonight. Or 3 times, I'm sorry.
Teddy's scorecard after 3 rounds. Sanchez with the edge by 2 points. And Teddy, you made reference to it earlier in round number 2, despite the fact that Sanchez knocked down Castaneda. Castaneda really won the rest of the round.
That's why I only made it a 1-point round. You have to use judgment. You can't just go say, okay, these are rules. The whole thing about applying rules in anything, not that I'm giving any lessons, but it's using your judgment.
You also can make the judgment in round number 1, despite the fact that Sanchez knocked Castaneda down twice in that round, where you could make an argument for a 10-7 round. Castaneda did carry a lot of the action for the first half of the round.
Yes, I wouldn't give it 10-7, but yes, when the guy's down more than once, obviously 10-7 can come into the picture. Castaneda, again, fighting the wrong fight. There's where he belongs with that jab. Walk the shorter guy into mistakes. Don't go right inside where you make it easy for the shorter guy. Make the shorter guy earn the real estate. Make him work his way and change the distance. Make problems for him. Jesse Reed is yelling one thing from the corner of Sanchez. Left hook, that's worked for him. It's had him down. Why not keep going to it? It's not broke. Why fix it or change it?
Good left hook to the body by Castaneda.
Good round here. Pretty good round for Castaneda. Starting to pull ahead a little bit here at the end of the round. Been real close. He hasn't gotten hit any left hooks yet. I think it's more because Sanchez is not throwing him. Because he's still inside Castaneda. There to be hit.
Another good round for Castaneda as we come to the end of round number 4. Well, California has had a rich history in the world of boxing. Recently, champions like Tony the Tiger Lopez and Loreto Garza Batetti in the junior lightweight division. 21-year-old Diego Corrales from Sacramento is 25-0 with 21 knockouts, fighting in the IBF junior lightweight elimination bout. He is ranked in the top 10 by the IBF, ranked number 7. He will be taking on Gary St. Clair. The winner gets the number 1 ranking and a title shot. We begin round number 5 of this scheduled 6-round bout between Benito Sanchez and Ernesto Castaneda. Castaneda down twice in round 1, early in round 2, but he has battled back. Sanchez has not been down. And Teddy, you see the jab from Castaneda. That sort of turned things in his favor a bit.
Yeah, it did, and also the body punching, Bob. There it is. What am I, Kreskin here? That body punching has slowed down Sanchez, no doubt about it. He's getting a little worn out, even though it's only a 6-round fight. You can see the difference in the last 2 rounds. And he's drawn closer, at least on my scorecard, 38-37 right now for Sanchez. He had a big lead a couple rounds ago. That's what he needs to be doing, moving the hands. Nothing real fancy, moving those hands. When he moved them, especially the left hook, he's had success. There's that jab that you talked about. He should be fighting on the outside using that jab. He'd make it a much easier fight. The old timers would say, son, you made this a hard fight. It didn't have to be hard. Sanchez game, good left hooker, but not real fast, not real skilled. He's giving them the opportunities to land those left hooks. He being Castaneda by standing inside. He's not making Sanchez invent ways. He's not making him show great technical prowess. A lot of swelling under that left eye of Castaneda, too. A lot of swelling. There's those heads inside real close there because Castaneda, the taller guy, fights short. That's why his head is in there where it can get banged and they can bang heads. He gives his height up too easy, too easy.
But is Sanchez doing much here in these later rounds?
He hasn't been doing much in the last few rounds. That's why it's getting closer and closer. And at the end of this round, it'll be an even fight. It keeps going this way, at least on my scorecard. Good body shot. That's keeping Sanchez a little bit off, keeping him from really getting a real win going.
And Sanchez could be wasting a golden opportunity. When you knock down your opponent 3 times in a 6-round bout,
Castaneda could be doing what the old timers show, showing merit, showing substance, getting off the floor and coming back, passing a big test. But then if he's really going to mean anything more than today, he's got to go back to that gym and improve, use his height, find out what he's doing wrong, shorten his punches up, stop throwing round punches all the time.
All right, break, step back, that's it. Now we got
wipes
10
away
seconds.
the blood from his nose, does 18-year-old Ernesto Castaneda. Comes to the end of round 5, the 6th and final round to come. It's a close one. 5-time Olympic gold medalist Eric Heiden is here. Outstanding, outstanding Olympian. Living in the Sacramento area. He's here to take in Friday night fights on the Deuce. Bob Papa along with Teddy Atlas. Glad you can join us. And what a fight between Benito Sanchez and Ernesto Castaneda. Castaneda, 18 years of age, down twice in round 1, down once in round number 2, but Teddy Sanchez's offense is stalled.
Yeah, it hasn't. Just, that's it. What else can you say? Just has not been consistent with moving his hands. You can't win a fight if you do not throw punches. Even if you had your guy down early in a fight. Unless it's a real short fight. 6 rounds, there's been enough time, at least on my scorecard, for Castaneda to get back.
And let's take a look at Teddy's scorecard. Teddy, I agree with you. We have it dead even. 47-all. Despite the fact that Castaneda was down twice in round 1, he controlled a lot of that round, so only had a 10-8 round. And in round 2, Castaneda went down early, but he controlled that round, so you and I both made it a 10-9 round for Sanchez, and since then we've given Castaneda the last 3 rounds. That's how the 47-all score has been compiled.
When Castaneda misses punches there inside, it's because he's going to the head. He should go to the body first because the guy's moving, bobbing a little bit. Castaneda did some good scoring there, but he got caught that left hook, but he handled it a little better here.
Nice combination by Sanchez.
Sanchez is doing more this round. He was told in his corner by Jesse Reed, I'm sure, you better start doing more. You're blowing this fight. You were well ahead. Angelo Dundee, kind of like what he told Sugar Ray Leonard when he was in a fight with Hearns. You're blowing it, son.
And Jesse's saying right hand to the head and then left hook to the body.
Again, I can't say it enough. Castaneda, even if he wins this fight, should not be inside with a shorter guy. Especially when he's been on the floor with him 3 times.
Well, he was obviously green and young at the age of 18.
But a good amateur background, he should know a little bit better. Neither guys are real big punches here. You can see that. But they're both 100% fighters. You can see that, too. See that little move by Castaneda? Didn't want to get trapped on the rope. Smart. Know where you are. The old timers, boy, they knew where they were. They even would finish a round in their corner so they didn't have to walk so far. The old Mongoose, God rest his soul, R.G. Moore would do that plenty of times. Passed away last week.
10 seconds.
So we come to the end of the fight.
Close round.
Yeah, very close round. How do you score this round, Teddy? How do you see it?
Like the fight, even. Maybe it's a draw.
Well, that would make your scorecard even. That would be a shame for Benito Sanchez when you knock your opponent down 3 times and you manage to draw or maybe lose a decision. We'll find out what the judges thought with the decision between Benito Sanchez and Ernesto Castaneda. After this timeout, it's Friday Night Fights on the Deuce. We hope you're enjoying the action from Sacramento.
It has dual airbags and a Bose stereo system.
Winning the last 4 rounds, and the key.
Don't call me one of those judges that changes their scorecards because you saw that little scribble there,
No,
okay?
Okay. Well, the man that has the judges' scorecards and all that matters is our ring announcer for tonight, Jim Hall.
Very nice. I'm proud of you.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 6 rounds of boxing, we have a unanimous decision. Judge John Shorley sees this fight 56-54. Judge Steve English scores it 57-53. And Judge Joan Ortega sees it 56-55. Winner by unanimous decision, Benito Sanchez.
Well, Teddy, the only thing I can think of here is that round 1, one of the judges must have made it 10-7 for Sanchez. In round number 2, they must have made it 10-8 with the knockdown. Remember, 2 knockdowns in round number 1. That's, I guess, how you can get that unanimous decision.
I disagree with him, but that must be it because arithmetic only works one way, and that must be the way.
So Benito Sanchez gives Ernesto Castaneda his first loss of his career. He is now 5-1. Don't forget our main event featuring Diego Corrales still.